Hello everyone and welcome to Module 3 of Lesson 12. In the previous module, we covered the topic of distributing project information. Today, we'll focus on managing stakeholder expectations. In any projects, stakeholders play a crucial role in its success or failure. Therefore, understanding and managing their expectations is a vital part of project management. Managing stakeholder expectations is crucial because it ensures alignment and satisfaction throughout the project lifecycle. Misaligned expectations can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and ultimately, project failure. Let's explore how this applies to various stakeholder groups. Project sponsors are typically the individuals or groups providing the funding and resources for the project. It's essential to keep sponsor informed and engaged, clearly communicating the project's process, challenges, and successes. By managing their expectations, we can secure their ongoing support and ensure that the project receives the necessary resources and attention. Clients are the recipients of the project's deliverables, and their satisfaction is often a key measure of success. It's important to understand their needs and expectations from the outset and to communicate openly about what can realistically be achieved. Managing clients' expectations involves setting clear goals, timelines, and quality standards, and regularly updating them on the project's process. Team members are the backbone of the project execution. They need clear guidance on their roles, responsibilities, and the overall project objectives. Managing their expectations involves providing the necessary support and resources, setting realistic deadlines, and fostering a positive working environment. This helps in maintaining morale and productivity. Suppliers provide essential materials and services needed for the project. Managing their expectations involves clear communication about requirements, timelines, and quality standards. It also includes being transparent about changes in project scope or schedule, which can impact their deliverables. This helps in building strong, reliable partnerships. The general public, or broader community, can also be a stakeholder, especially in projects that impact public services or infrastructure. It's important to manage their expectations by providing transparent and timely information about the project's goals, potential disruptions, and benefits. This helps in building public trust and reducing resistance or opposition. The project manager has the crucial responsibility of understanding and managing the expectations of all these stakeholders. This involves active listening, clear and consistent communication, and adaptability. A project manager must balance conflicting interests and ensure that all stakeholders feel heard and valued. In summary, managing stakeholder expectations is a critical aspect of project management that involves understanding the needs and concerns of diverse groups, including sponsors, clients, team members, suppliers, and the general public. By effectively managing these expectations, a project manager can facilitate smoother project execution, enhance stakeholder satisfaction, and ultimately drive project success. Now we focus on identifying stakeholders' expectations. In any project, understanding what each stakeholder expects is crucial for ensuring alignment and satisfaction. We'll explore how to identify these expectations through stakeholders' analysis and engagement activities, and how to recognize key stakeholders, their roles, influence, and needs. To effectively identify stakeholders' expectations, we start with a thorough stakeholder analysis. This process involves identifying all individuals and groups that have an interest in the project. Once identified, we engage with these stakeholders through various activities such as interviews, surveys, workshops, and meetings. These activities help gather detailed information about their expectations, concerns, and any potential contributions they might make to the project. After gathering initial data, we categorize the stakeholders based on their roles, influence, and expectations. Key stakeholders are those who have a significant impact on the project, either through their decisions, resources, or as end users of the project's outcomes. Understanding each stakeholder's role helps us tailor our communication and engagement strategies accordingly. 1. Roles determine the specific function or position of each stakeholder in relation to the project. This could be project sponsor, clients, team members, suppliers, or regulatory bodies. 2. Influence assess the level of influence each stakeholder has on the project. This includes their decision-making power, their ability to allocate resources, or their impact on public perception. 3. Expectations. Identify what each stakeholder expects from the project. This includes their desired outcomes, specific concerns, and how they define success. These expectations can vary widely, from financial returns and product quality to timelines and community impact. In summary, identifying stakeholders' expectations involves a systematic approach starting with stakeholder analysis and engagement activities. By identifying key stakeholders, understanding their roles, influence, and specific expectations, we can better manage these expectations throughout the project lifecycle. Now we'll discuss several effective methods: interview, surveys, focus group, and workshops. Each of these techniques can provide valuable insight into stakeholder needs and concerns. Interviews are one-on-one conversations with stakeholders that allow for in-depth exploration of their expectations. This technique provides the opportunity to ask open-ended questions and delve deeper into specific issues. Interview can be structured, semi-structured, or unstructured, depending on the level of detail needed. They are particularly useful for gathering qualitative data and understanding the nuanced perspectives of key stakeholders. Surveys are a versatile and effective way to gather information from a large group of stakeholders. They can be distributed electronically or on paper, allowing for wide reach. Surveys can include a mix of quantitative and qualitative questions, ranging from multiple choice to open-ended questions. They are particularly useful for identifying general trends and common expectations among diverse stakeholder groups. Survey can be anonymous, which might encourage more honest and candid responses. Focus groups involve bringing together a small group of stakeholders to discuss their expectations and perceptions. This technique is valuable for exploring collective views and generating discussions that might not arise in one-on-one settings. Focus groups allow stakeholders to hear each other's opinions, which can lead to a deeper understanding and potentially uncover hidden concerns or expectations. They are especially useful when seeking detailed feedback on specific aspects of a project. Workshops are interactive sessions designed to engage stakeholders in collaborative discussions about the project. They often involve activities such as brainstorming, role-playing, or scenario analysis. Workshops are effective for identifying expectations to clarify misunderstandings, align goals, and build consensus among stakeholders. Workshops can be particularly beneficial for complex projects with diverse stakeholders groups. In summary, the techniques for identifying stakeholders' expectations include interviews, surveys, focus groups, and workshops. Each method offers unique advantages and can be tailored to suit the specific needs of your project. By employing these techniques, you can gain a comprehensive understanding of stakeholder expectations, helping to ensure project alignment and success. One of the key elements of successful project management is ensuring that all stakeholders have a clear and realistic understanding of what the project can achieve. Now, we'll discuss the importance of clearly communicating project objectives, scope, timeline, and constraints, as well as explaining any limitations or challenges that may arise. Setting realistic expectations begins with clear communication about the project's objectives, scope, timeline, and constraints. This involves 1. Project objectives clearly define what the project aims to achieve. This includes the goals, deliverables, and desired outcomes. By articulating these objectives, stakeholders can understand the project's purpose and how it aligns with their own interests or needs. 2. Scope. Define the boundaries of the project, specifying what is included and what is not. This helps prevent scope creep, where additional tasks and features are added without proper evaluation, potentially jeopardizing the project's success. 3. Timeline. Provide a detailed schedule, outlining key milestones and deadlines. This helps stakeholders understand the project's timeline and manage their own expectations regarding the pace and timing of deliverables. 4. Constraints. Communicate any limitations such as budget, resources, technology, or legal requirements that may impact the project. Being upfront about these constraints helps manage expectations and prepares stakeholders for potential trade-offs. It's crucial to explain any limitations or challenges that the project may face. This includes 1. Technical challenges. Discuss any technical limitations that might affect the project's feasibility or implementation. This can include hardware or software limitations, integration issues, or dependencies on other systems or technologies. 2. Resource constraints. Be transparent about available resources, including budget, personnel, and equipment. Understanding these constraints helps stakeholders appreciate the need for prioritization and resource allocation decisions. 3. External factors. Address external factors such as regulatory requirements, market conditions, or environmental factors that could impact the project. By acknowledging these challenges, you can set more realistic expectations about the project's potential outcomes and risks. In summary, setting realistic expectations is a critical aspect of project management that involves clear communication of project objectives, scope, timeline, and constraints. Additionally, explaining limitations and challenges helps stakeholders understand the project's boundaries and potential hurdles. By being transparent and proactive, you can foster trust and collaboration among stakeholders, paving the way for a more successful project. Now, we'll discuss how to manage stakeholder perceptions and find the right balance between expectations and project realities. Managing stakeholder perceptions is crucial for maintaining a positive relationship and trust throughout the project lifecycle. This involves 1. Transparency. Be open and honest about the project's capabilities from the outset. This helps set a realistic foundation for what can be achieved. 2. Consistent communication. Regular updates on project progress help manage perceptions. This includes sharing successes, as well as setbacks or changes, ensuring stakeholders are never caught off guard. 3. Expectation adjustment. When necessary, gently guide stakeholders to adjust their expectations. This can be done by providing clear reasons why certain aspects may need to change, such as unforeseen challenges or resource constraints. Balancing stakeholder expectations with the project's actual capabilities is a delicate but crucial task. Here's how to approach it. 1. Realistic goal setting. Ensure that the project's goals are realistic given the resources, time, and technology available. Avoid overpromising and underdelivering, as this can damage credibility and stakeholder trust. 2. Prioritization. Work with stakeholders to prioritize features and deliverables. This helps focus efforts on what is most critical and achievable, given the project's constraints. 3. Scope management. Clearly define the scope of the project and manage any requests for changes rigorously. This includes assessing the impact of changes on timelines, budgets, and overall project viability. 4. Feedback loops. Establish feedback mechanisms that allow stakeholders to express their concerns and satisfaction levels. This ongoing dialogue helps in realigning expectations as the project evolves. In summary, aligning expectations with project capabilities is essential for ensuring project success and stakeholder satisfaction. It involves managing perceptions through transparency and consistent communication, and balancing expectations with what the project can realistically deliver. By setting realistic goals, prioritizing critical tasks, and maintaining open communication, we can foster a positive and productive project environment. Now, we'll cover the importance of establishing a robust communication plan and the benefits of fostering two-way communication channels for feedback and concerns. One of the foundational steps in ensuring regular communication is establishing a comprehensive communication plan. This plan should outline 1. Objectives. Clearly define what you aim to achieve through your communication efforts, such as keeping stakeholders informed about progress, changes, and challenges. 2. Frequency. Determine how often updates will be provided. This could range from daily briefings for team members to monthly updates for external stakeholders. 3. Channels. Identify the most effective channels for communication, whether it's emails, meetings, reports, or digital platforms. The choice should align with stakeholder preferences and project needs. 4. Content. Specify the type of information to be communicated, such as status updates, risk assessments, and upcoming milestones. This helps ensure that all necessary information is covered systematically. 5. Responsibility. Assign clear roles and responsibilities for communication tasks, ensuring accountability and consistency in messaging. Regular communication should not be a one-way street. It's essential to create avenues for two-way communication, where stakeholders can provide feedback and express concerns. This involves 1. Feedback mechanisms. Implement tools like surveys, suggestion boxes, or regular check-in meetings to gather input from stakeholders. This helps identify areas of improvement and address any issues early on. 2. Open forums. Encourage open discussions where stakeholders can share their thoughts and ask questions. This could be in the form of town hall meetings, focus groups, or virtual Q&A sessions. 3. Active listening. Make it a priority to listen actively and respond to stakeholder concerns. This demonstrates that their opinions are valued and considered in decision-making processes. 4. Responsive adjustments. Use the feedback received to make necessary adjustments to the project plan, demonstrating a commitment to continuous improvement and stakeholder satisfaction. In summary, regular communication is a cornerstone of effective project management. Establishing a detailed communication plan helps ensure that all stakeholders are consistently informed and aligned with the project's progress. Additionally, fostering two-way communication channels allows for valuable feedback and helps address concerns promptly. By maintaining open and regular communication, we can build trust, improve collaboration, and increase the likelihood of project success. Now, we'll delve into 3 key components: frequency, methods, and channels. Understanding and effectively implementing these components can significantly enhance project transparency and collaboration. The frequency of communication refers to how often updates and information are shared with stakeholders. Establishing a regular schedule is crucial for maintaining consistency and ensuring that stakeholders are always up to date. When determining the frequency, consider 1. Stakeholder needs. Different stakeholders may require updates at different intervals. For example, team members might need daily or weekly updates, while external stakeholders like clients or sponsors may only need monthly or quarterly updates. 2. Project phase. The project's phase can also influence communication frequency. During critical phases, such as the initial launch or final delivery, more frequent updates may be necessary. 3. Nature of information. The urgency and importance of the information also play a role. Critical issues or changes in scope should be communicated immediately, regardless of the regular schedule. Choosing the right methods of communication is essential for effective message delivery. The methods you use should align with the nature of the information and the preferences of the stakeholders. Common methods include 1. Meetings. These can be face-to-face, virtual, or hybrid. They are ideal for detailed discussions, decision-making, and immediate feedback. 2. Reports and documentation. Written reports, memos, or newsletters are useful for providing detailed information that stakeholders can review at their own pace. 3. Presentations. Visual presentations can be an effective way to convey complex information in an easily digestible format. They are particularly useful for summarizing progress or highlighting key achievements. 4. Emails and memos. These are quick and efficient for routine updates and non-urgent information. The channels of communication refer to the platforms or tools used to deliver messages. Selecting appropriate channels ensures that the information reaches the intended audience effectively. Key channels include 1. Email, a widely used channel for both formal and informal communication. It's suitable for detailed updates and can reach a large audience quickly. 2. Project management tools. Tools like Trello, Asana, or Microsoft Teams provide a centralized platform for sharing updates, tracking progress, and facilitating collaboration. 3. Intranet or internal platforms. Company intranets or internal websites can be used for sharing resources, updates, and documentation with the project team and other internal stakeholders. 4. Video conferencing tools. Platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet are essential for virtual meetings, especially when stakeholders are geographically dispersed. In summary, a comprehensive communication plan is built on the key components of frequency, methods, and channels. Setting the right frequency ensures timely updates, choosing the appropriate methods facilitates effective communication, and selecting the right channels ensures the message reaches the right audience. By carefully considering these components, we can enhance stakeholder engagement and support, ultimately leading to a more successful project. Now, we'll cover how to assess the impact of changes on project objectives, scope, timeline, and resources, and the importance of communicating these changes effectively while involving stakeholders. Whenever a change arises, it's essential to assess its potential impact comprehensively. This involves looking at several key areas. 1. Objectives. Evaluate how the proposed change aligns with or deviates from the original project objectives. Determine if the change will enhance or hinder the achievement of these goals. 2. Scope. Analyze how the change affects the project scope. Does it add new tasks or requirements? Does it remove any elements from the original plan? Understanding these impacts helps prevent scope creep and ensures that the project remains focused on its core objectives. 3. Timeline. Consider the effect of the change on the project timeline. Will it cause delays, accelerate the timeline, or require rescheduling? It's crucial to understand the timing implications to manage expectations around project delivery dates. 4. Resources. Assess the impact on resources, including budget, personnel, and materials. Determine if additional resources are needed or if existing resources need to be reallocated. This helps in making informed decisions about feasibility and resource planning. Effective communication is key when managing changes. Here's how to ensure that all stakeholders are informed and involved. 1. Transparent communication. Clearly explain the nature of the change, why it's necessary, and how it will impact the project. Transparency helps build trust and minimizes resistance. 2. Involve stakeholders early. Engage stakeholders early in the change process. Solicit their input and address their concerns, which can provide valuable insights and foster a sense of ownership and collaboration. 3. Regular updates. Provide regular updates on the status of the change, including any developments or adjustments to the plan. This keeps everyone on the same page and reduces uncertainty. 4. Adjust expectations. Use these communications to help stakeholders adjust their expectations accordingly. If a change means a delay or a shift in priorities, it's important that everyone understands and aligns with the new plan. 5. Document changes. Ensure that all changes and decisions are well documented. This provides a clear record that can be referred back to, helping to maintain consistency and accountability. In summary, managing changes and expectations effectively is a crucial component of successful project management. It involves assessing the impact of changes on objectives, scope, timeline, and resources, and ensuring transparent communication with all stakeholders. By involving stakeholders in the process and providing regular updates, we can align everyone's expectations and foster a collaborative environment. Now, we'll discuss how to seek stakeholder input and support, and how involving them can help minimize resistance to change. When a change is proposed, it's essential to seek input and support from stakeholders. This process involves 1. Early engagement. Involve stakeholders as early as possible when a change is being considered. Early engagement allows stakeholders to voice their concerns, suggestions, and expectations, which can provide valuable insights into potential challenges or opportunities. 2. Gathering feedback. Use various methods such as surveys, focus groups, or meetings to collect feedback from stakeholders. This helps ensure that their perspectives are considered in decision-making processes. 3. Transparent communication. Clearly communicate the reasons for the proposed change, its potential benefits, and any associated risks. Transparency builds trust and helps stakeholders understand the necessity and potential impact of the change. 4. Collaborative problem solving. Encourage stakeholders to participate in finding solutions to any issues that arise from the change. This collaborative approach can lead to more innovative and effective solutions. One of the significant benefits of involving stakeholders in the change process is the reduction of resistance to change. Here's how this can be achieved. 1. Address concerns. By actively listening to stakeholder concerns, you can address them directly and mitigate any fears or uncertainties they may have. This open dialogue helps to reassure stakeholders and reduce anxiety about the change. 2. Demonstrate benefits. Clearly articulate the benefits of the change for both the project and the stakeholders themselves. When stakeholders see how the change will positively impact them, they are more likely to support it. 3. Provide support and training. Offer necessary support and training to stakeholders to help them adapt to the change. This can include workshops, informational sessions, or resources that ease the transition and build confidence. 4. Create a change champion network. Identify and empower change champions within the stakeholder group. These are individuals who support the change and can help advocate for it among their peers, further reducing resistance and fostering a positive attitude towards the change. In summary, involving stakeholders in the change process is critical for the success of any project adjustment. By seeking their input and support, you can gain valuable insights and foster a collaborative environment. This involvement helps to minimize resistance to change, ensuring a smoother transition and greater alignment with project goals. Let's explore the importance of listening to all parties, facilitating open discussions, and negotiating compromises to resolve conflicts. The first step in resolving conflicts is to listen carefully to all parties involved. This involves 1. Active listening. Give each party the opportunity to voice their concerns and perspectives without interruption. Active listening shows respect and helps build trust among stakeholders. 2. Understanding perspectives. Make an effort to understand the underlying reasons for each party's stance. This involves recognizing their interests, needs, and motivations, which may not always be immediately apparent. 3. Avoiding assumptions. Approach each situation with an open mind, avoiding assumptions or preconceived notions about the parties involved. This helps in accurately assessing the situation and finding a fair resolution. Facilitating open discussions is crucial for addressing conflicts constructively. This can be achieved by 1. Creating a safe environment. Ensure that all parties feel safe and respected when expressing their views. This encourages honest communication and reduces defensiveness. 2. Encouraging dialogue. Promote a culture of open dialogue where stakeholders feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and concerns. This can be done through structured meetings, roundtable discussions, or even informal gatherings. 3. Focus on issues, not personalities. Guide discussions to focus on the issues at hand rather than personal differences. This helps in keeping the conversation productive and solution-oriented. Negotiation and compromise are essential components of conflict resolution. Here's how to approach this step. 1. Identify common ground. Start by identifying areas of agreement between the parties. This establishes a foundation of shared interests that can be built upon. 2. Explore options. Work together to explore various options for resolving the conflict. Encourage creativity and consider all potential solutions, even those that may initially seem unconventional. 3. Seek win-win solutions. Aim for solutions that satisfy the interests of all parties involved. While not every situation will allow for a perfect solution, striving for a mutually beneficial outcome fosters goodwill and cooperation. 4. Agree on a plan. Once a solution is identified, agree on a clear plan of action. Ensure that all parties understand and commit to the agreed-upon steps, and establish a follow-up process to monitor the resolution's effectiveness. In summary, effective conflict resolution involves listening to all parties, facilitating open discussions, and negotiating compromises. By understanding the perspectives of all involved, fostering open dialogue, and working towards mutually beneficial solutions, we can resolve conflicts constructively and maintain a positive project environment. Now, we'll go through a structured approach to resolving conflicts, including identifying the conflict, understanding different perspectives, facilitating discussion, and reaching a resolution. The first step in resolving any conflict is to accurately identify the issue at hand. This involves 1. Recognizing the signs. Look for symptoms of conflict, such as communication breakdowns, increased tension, or noticeable drops in productivity. 2. Clarifying the issue. Clearly define the specific problem or disagreement. This may involve separating the root cause from the symptoms, ensuring that the real issue is addressed rather than surface-level disputes. 3. Involving all relevant parties. Ensure that all parties affected by or involved in the conflict are identified. This includes anyone whose input or cooperation is necessary to resolve the issue. Understanding the perspectives of all parties involved is crucial for resolving conflicts. This involves 1. Active listening. Encourage each party to share their viewpoints without interruption. Active listening involves giving full attention, acknowledging their feelings, and refraining from judgment. 2. Empathy. Try to see the situation from each party's perspective. Understanding their concerns, motivations, and the context behind their positions can reveal underlying issues that need to be addressed. 3. Clarification. Ask clarifying questions to ensure you fully understand each perspective. This helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that all viewpoints are accurately represented. Once the conflict is clearly identified and perspectives are understood, facilitate a discussion to address the issue. This step includes 1. Setting a constructive tone. Create an environment that encourages open, respectful dialogue. Make it clear that the goal is to find a solution, not to assign blame. 2. Guiding the conversation. Keep the discussion focused on the issues rather than personal attacks. Encourage all parties to express their thoughts and concerns while also listening to others. 3. Identifying common ground. Highlight any areas of agreement as a starting point for finding a resolution. Common goals and shared interests can serve as a foundation for compromise. The final step is to reach a resolution that is acceptable to all parties. This involves 1. Generating solutions. Collaboratively brainstorm potential solutions to the conflict. Encourage creative thinking and consider all viable options. 2. Evaluating options. Discuss the feasibility and implications of each proposed solution. Consider factors such as resources, time, and potential impact on relationships and project outcomes. 3. Agreeing on a plan. Once a solution is selected, develop a clear plan for implementation. Ensure that all parties understand their roles and responsibilities in executing the plan. 4. Follow-up. Establish a follow-up process to review the effectiveness of the resolution and address any new issues that may arise. In summary, effective conflict resolution involves a structured process of identifying the conflict, understanding the perspectives of all parties, facilitating constructive discussions, and reaching a mutually agreeable resolution. By following these steps, we can turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and improved collaboration. Now, let's discuss the importance of regularly assessing stakeholder expectations, monitoring project performance, and evaluating feedback to make informed adjustments. The first aspect of monitoring and evaluation involves the regular assessment of stakeholder expectations. This process includes 1. Continuous engagement. Regularly engage with stakeholders to understand their evolving expectations and concerns. This helps in identifying any shifts in their priorities or needs. 2. Feedback mechanisms. Implement various feedback mechanisms, such as surveys, interviews, and meetings, to gather insights from stakeholders. These tools provide a structured way to collect and analyze stakeholder opinions and expectations. 3. Expectation alignment. Compare the collected data against the project's objectives and scope. This helps ensure that stakeholder expectations are realistic and aligned with the project's goals and capabilities. 4. Documenting changes. Record any changes in stakeholder expectations and how they might impact the project. This documentation is crucial for maintaining transparency and accountability. Monitoring project performance and evaluating feedback are essential to understand how well the project is meeting stakeholder expectations. This involves 1. Key performance indicators. KPIs. Establish and monitor KPIs that reflect project progress and stakeholder satisfaction. These indicators can include metrics related to time, cost, quality, and stakeholder engagement. 2. Regular status updates. Provide regular status updates to stakeholders, highlighting progress, achievements, and any challenges faced. These updates should be honest and transparent, fostering trust and open communication. 3. Feedback analysis. Evaluate the feedback received from stakeholders during the project's life cycle. This includes both formal feedback, such as survey results, and informal feedback, like comments and suggestions from meetings. For actionable insights, use the feedback and performance data to identify areas for improvement. This analysis helps in making informed decisions and necessary adjustments to the project plan, ensuring better alignment with stakeholder expectations. In summary, effective monitoring and evaluation are vital for maintaining alignment between project performance and stakeholder expectations. Regular assessments help in understanding stakeholder needs and any changes in their expectations, while continuous monitoring of project performance provides valuable insights into how well these expectations are being met. By evaluating feedback and making data-driven adjustments, we can enhance project outcomes and stakeholder satisfaction. Now, let's discuss how these practices help identify gaps or areas for improvement and ensure alignment between stakeholder expectations and project progress. One of the primary benefits of monitoring and evaluating is the ability to identify gaps or areas for improvement. This process involves 1. Performance analysis. Regularly reviewing project performance data against predefined KPIs helps to uncover discrepancies between expected and actual results. This analysis can highlight areas where the project may be falling short. 2. Issue detection. Monitoring allows for early detection of issues that could impact project success. Identifying these issues early means they can be addressed before they escalate, reducing potential disruptions. 3. Continuous improvement. Evaluation provides insights into processes and practices that may need adjustment. By identifying areas for improvement, project teams can implement corrective actions to enhance efficiency and effectiveness. 4. Learning opportunities. Each evaluation offers a learning opportunity to refine project management practices and methodologies. This continuous learning helps in building stronger project management capabilities. Another key benefit of monitoring and evaluating is ensuring that stakeholder expectations are aligned with project progress. This involves 1. Regular updates. Providing stakeholders with regular updates on project status helps manage their expectations. Clear communication about progress and any changes ensures that stakeholders remain informed and engaged. 2. Expectation management. Monitoring progress allows for timely adjustments to stakeholder expectations if there are deviations from the plan. This helps in maintaining a realistic outlook and managing potential disappointment. 3. Feedback integration. Evaluating feedback from stakeholders helps to address any misalignments between their expectations and the project's direction. This integration ensures that the project continues to meet their needs and preferences. 4. Transparency. Regular monitoring and evaluation foster transparency, which builds trust with stakeholders. When stakeholders see that their expectations are being actively managed and aligned with progress, their confidence in the project increases. In summary, the benefits of monitoring and evaluating are significant for project success. These practices help identify gaps or areas for improvement, enabling continuous enhancement of project performance. They also ensure that stakeholder expectations are consistently aligned with project progress, fostering trust and engagement. By embracing effective monitoring and evaluation, we can navigate challenges more effectively and drive the project towards successful outcomes. As we wrap up, let's summarize the key points we've covered, highlight the critical takeaways, and discuss the outcomes of effectively managing stakeholder expectations. Throughout this module, we have explored several essential aspects of managing stakeholder expectations. We began by understanding the importance of clear communication and how it is crucial for aligning project goals with stakeholder needs. We discussed techniques for identifying and addressing stakeholder expectations, including 1. Understanding stakeholder perspectives, gaining a deep understanding of stakeholder viewpoints and concerns. 2. Setting realistic expectations, clearly communicating project objectives, scope, and limitations. 3. Monitoring and evaluating, regularly assessing stakeholder expectations and project performance. 4. Conflict resolution, using effective techniques to resolve conflicts and maintain positive relationships. By addressing these areas, we can better manage expectations, foster collaboration, and ensure project success. Here are the key takeaways from this module. 1. Early and ongoing engagement. Regularly engage with stakeholders to understand their needs and expectations from the beginning and throughout the project. 2. Clear communication. Ensure that communication about project goals, progress, and changes is transparent and consistent. 3. Regular monitoring. Continuously assess and monitor stakeholder expectations and project performance to stay aligned and make necessary adjustments. 4. Effective conflict resolution. Address conflicts promptly and constructively to maintain a positive project environment and stakeholder satisfaction. These practices are fundamental to managing stakeholder expectations effectively and ensuring that projects meet their goals and deliver value. By applying the strategies discussed in this module, you can expect several positive outcomes. 1. Enhanced stakeholder satisfaction. Improved communication and engagement lead to higher satisfaction levels among stakeholders. 2. Reduced conflicts, proactive management of expectations and effective conflict resolution minimize disputes and disruptions. 3. Increased project success, alignment between stakeholder expectations and project objectives drives better project outcomes and success rates. 4. Stronger relationships, building trust through transparent communication and consistent engagement strengthens stakeholder relationships. Implementing these practices will contribute to a more successful and harmonious project experience. In conclusion, effectively managing stakeholder expectations is a vital aspect of successful project management. It involves understanding needs, setting realistic expectations, and continuously monitoring and addressing any issues that arise. By embracing these practices, you enhance stakeholder satisfaction, foster positive relationships, and drive project success. Thank you for your time, and we will see you in Module 4 of the Lesson 12. Also, thank you for the support. Like and subscribe to the channel.